Hello, my fellow Buddhists of all traditions, and this video is about a Golden Age Dharma. Now, I want to explain something. Everybody these days learning about understand emptiness, and those who understand emptiness will challenge them in understanding deeper or complete path of emptiness. So let's start from we know that all phenomena is empty of the self, and we know that phenomena that Rangtong view or Zen view teachings of no self and self empty. This view is not, it's not entirely incorrect, but it's not complete. That's what I want to point out. It's not complete Dharma, because if we say we are self-empty, then there is no Buddha nature. Then all beings, we don't need to save anyone because they're ultimately empty of the self. There's no one to save, so there's no point anything really. And if we have no self or no mind, we are no different than a rock, a piece of rock. So that obviously is not the right view, because I'll tell you the reason why they got it wrong. Okay, if you go in a deep well, I've practiced Zen before, I know, and I came to the conclusion that there is no mind. And if you go in a deep meditation and search for the mind, you cannot find it. However, this is not entirely correct. The only reason why you cannot find mind, if you look for it, is because the mind cannot see mind. Just like the eye that sees cannot see itself. Your eye sees, so you have an eye, but it cannot see itself, so you assume, because it cannot see itself, you assume that there is no eye. That's what's happening here. So if you want to study more of the Golden Age Dharma, I suggest Dolpopa's teachings, or Golden Age Dharma of Kalachakra teaching, and Zheng Tong view, the emptiness of other. Now, we know all phenomena is empty of the self, and depends, it's actually, yeah, it's empty of the self, but it's not entirely so, because the Buddha nature is not empty of itself. It's actually fullness. It's full of self, and it doesn't depend, it's empty of, always empty of other. It does not depend on anything else, on your thoughts, emotions, etc., etc. Does not depend, your Buddha nature does not depend on anything else but itself. It doesn't need anything to sustain itself. It's always present, it's always with you. Now, I'll bring an example. Your Buddha nature is like when you have a deep sleep and your five skandhas are dissolved. You have no consciousness, no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no consciousness, nothing. You in a deep sleep, no dreams. Yet your Buddha nature is still present in you, even though you don't have a self, you don't have anything, because you still pull a blanket on yourself when you feel cold, or hug a pillow without actually knowing it. So the Buddha nature is like knowing without knowing. It knows without knowing. It's always present without depending on anything else. So yeah, I mean, this is the basic explanation I can tell you, because there is not much to say about this. This is a Golden Age Dharma, that the Buddha nature does not depend on anything else, always empty of other. We also call it, in Zheng Tong, we also call it other emptiness. This is what we call other emptiness. So all beings have Buddha nature. We cannot be self-empty. Self-empty is a ranked on view, and they got it wrong. And the reason they got it wrong, I already explained earlier. Just because mind cannot see mind. If you go in deep meditation, you cannot find your mind. But it doesn't mean it's not there. So, yeah, I'll leave it at that. Thank you for watching. And if you like, read more books on Zheng Tong, other emptiness view, and Golden Age Dharma. Thank you very much. See you later.